It's a tough time to want to use MetaTrader 4 on your iPhone because they just recently took it off of the App Store. And as promised in my last video, I'm going to be talking about some updates and some solutions to this problem. If you really like trading MT4, if you want to trade Forex, maybe you have Apple products, I'm going to give you guys the best solutions to some of the common questions that I saw in my last video. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first common question, of course, was just a reaction. Why is this happening? What's going on with MetaTrader 4? So to answer that question, the basic idea, or at least knowledge that I have on this subject, I've researched all over the place. It seems like this is sort of a boycott from the US regarding MetaQuotes due to the fact that MetaQuotes is apparently a Russian-owned company. Now, of course, if that is the case and there is Russia-Ukraine conflict and the US is trying to boycott certain things off of the App Store, a lot of people are saying, well, just get an Android. The problem is Android is also US owned, and there is the possibility that Android could be next with trying to limit MetaTrader 4 downloads from their store. So now here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. It's just a possibility. Since Apple is a US company, it's probably something from overhead, right? Government regulations, government requests, whatever. And not that I know anything about that, but it's very possible that other US companies could receive the same letter in the mail, if you will. So of course, a lot of people were saying also with Android that you can sideload applications onto the app. I'm a iPhone user, Apple product user. I have to, stay true to what I know. I know a lot of people hate on Apple products for some reason. I think that they're great. It's like the biggest company in the world for a reason. Anyways, Android users say that you can sideload applications onto mobile devices, onto things like that, which is great. You could probably find a way to do that. I can't really help you with that, but I'm sure there are other resources and channels that could. The next big question is, how can I still access MetaTrader 4? If you use MetaTrader 4 on your phone, the easiest solution right now is actually just to use it on a desktop, as you can, until foreseeable future, let's hope this doesn't change, you can still download the MetaTrader platform from a lot of brokerages. Now, there are some limitations there, because if you use a US regulated broker, there are rumors. I know Forex.com has limited MetaTrader 5 from being downloaded. There are some limitations there where you might not be able to download MetaQuotes software or MetaTrader 4 or 5 from brokerages here in the future. Now, of course, that is unconfirmed on the latest, and you'll have to check with your own brokerage. Now, if you're trading with, that's limited if you trade with a regulated broker in the US, which could, by the way, expand to other places. People are saying, well, oh, this doesn't affect me, I'm outside the US. Well, if there are other parties that follow suit to the US with the Russia situation, it's possible that other countries and other regulation bodies could also ban MetaTrader 4 from their platforms. For example, one idea would be, what if the UK follows suit, where in the UK they have, their regulation body says, well, hey, we're doing boycotts on Russian stuff, so let's go ahead and take MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 off of regulated UK brokers, right? So you have to think about this. It's not necessarily just a US problem. It could turn into a bigger global problem, and I'm trying to just prepare with you. I'm not trying to cause fear or anything like that. I'm just trying to bring awareness to what's going on and what could be coming next. And then as we get along in this video, I'll talk more solutions and things that you could do to still access, trading platforms and things like that. Will this affect traders outside of the US? Yes, if you trade with a US regulated broker, obviously, but if not, like I said previously, it could still be a concern if other major regulation bodies sort of follow suit to the US. That could expand into other places and other places where MetaTrader 4 is offered. One thing, another common question is, will this affect unregulated brokers? And the answer in that case is actually probably not. You'll probably still be able to download MetaTrader 4 from unregulated brokers, the desktop version that is, without a problem in most cases, just because they're not regulated, right? So there's no regulation pounding on the door saying get MetaTrader 4 and 5 off of your platform. That's probably, if I was to speculate, that's probably what's happening, is regulation bodies are pounding on the door and saying get that off. That's Russian. We don't want that to be on your platform. And of course, this is just purely my speculation. I don't know. This is just alleged. I'm just trying to keep you guys updated with what I'm seeing out there in the markets. or I guess in the Forex industry, Forex community. Okay, so a big one, of course, is what happens to prop firms? And this is probably one of the most repeated questions that I got on my recent video. What if I'm doing a prop firm challenge? What if I'm trading with a prop firm, etc.? And it seems like at least one person in my comments section in the previous video made mention to FTMO apparently not having a plan at this point with this or any sort of formal response, which is understandable. This is it came over the weekend very quickly, and so now all of a sudden we're sort of left picking up the pieces. I'm sure that from various prop firms you guys will start to hear some sort of response. Here's the thing, a lot of prop firms are using MetaTrader 4 to do all their stuff because MetaTrader 4 is very customizable. You can do a lot of programming within it. I do it myself. It's a great platform for that. But for the purpose of prop firms, this raises a problem, a serious problem, because a lot of their customers are going to be US traders, people who are trying to use an Apple iPhone to download and place their trades on, and of course you can't log into you can't log into most prop firms through TradingView, right? Which is where I like to place my trades. We'll more on that in a second. The problem is a lot of people do actually have to download the app and place trades. So if in that case, right now, there's not a quick and easy solution other than what our earlier solution was probably to download from the prop firm directly the desktop version, and fingers crossed that that doesn't change anytime soon, because if that changes, if there's some sort of stricter something that comes down the pipeline where MetaTrader 4 just gets shut down, or perhaps even the worst case scenario, MetaQuotes, the company behind MetaTrader 4, experiences some sort of serious loss of business that could result in them going under or going down, that would be catastrophic to the prop firm industry, because so many, almost all, use MetaTrader and MetaQuote software as sort of their back end system. So with that said, again, that's definitely a red flag. And again, let's hope that doesn't escalate any further with MetaTrader and MetaQuotes. I hope that everything is doing okay in that regard, so we don't see any collapse of the company. That would be, like I said, that's the absolute worst case scenario if you couldn't download it anywhere because it's no longer supported or discontinued or something like that. So there's a lot of fear out there. This question is an interesting one. Is this going to be the end of Forex? And my quick and easy answer is absolutely not. A lot of people are jumping to the conclusion that like, oh, this is going to kill Forex, and please relax. It is not going to kill Forex. Foreign exchange is simply the exchange of currency. We've been doing it since the beginning of human history, back when we were changing coins for wheat, right? It's been going on forever. So a currency exchange is not going anywhere, even if things go completely digital, which is another conversation. People relating this to cryptocurrency, as always, it seems. People relating it to cryptocurrency. Oh, this is gonna, Forex is slowly going out. It's totally not, because foreign exchange, if you really study history, currencies have changed, and the leaders of currencies have changed. Right before the US dollar, the British pound was sort of the global reserve currency. It changes over time. We as traders, we just have to be adaptive. There will always be something to trade as long as there's human beings going on, right? As long as we're not replaced by AI, we are still able to trade Forex. We'll be able to trade currencies, commodities, whatever. So don't freak out. It's not going anywhere. It just might be a little bit of a nuisance to download a platform. And honestly, that brings me to my final area of talking points here today, some possible solutions in terms of alternatives to MetaTrader 4. Here's the thing. So if you love MetaTrader, you can still use the desktop version, but if you insist on having something to trade on an app on your phone, some people are talking about CTrader as an option. I've personally never really used CTrader extensively. I'll give you guys my solution. So you have, of course, CTrader as one option, but my solution is to trade directly on TradingView. Now, TradingView.com has a limited number of, I believe almost all of them are regulated brokers that you can log in directly on. Down below in the description, I have the brokerage that I use personally to trade on TradingView.com, so you can sign up with that broker. Check out, again, the links are down below in the description. I use OANDA, and I've been trading directly on TradingView. If you guys have watched my channel, I'll show you right now. I'm in a trade as we speak. There it is, right? Wait, so I'll shrink my camera. Yep, so I'm able to place my trades directly on tradingview.com. So, and you know, I can log into my brokerage and all that sort of stuff right there. So again, that is option number one. Another option, of course, is if you're just wanting to sort of stay on MetaTrader 4 and insist on that, don't uninstall the application from your phone if you do have it. And if you don't, again, the solution right now is just to use desktop version or switch platforms to TradingView or something like that with a brokerage that you can use. Again, links are down below in the description if you would like to choose that option. I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, this is sort of an unprecedented time for MetaTrader stuff and just dealing with the situation. I hope that my commentary can help you a little bit, and happy trading, guys. Thanks for watching. Looks like it's time for your next trading video. Check out the videos here and here for more free trading content that should help you in your trading journey. We try and keep it real here, so make sure to subscribe for more content that is down to earth, realistic Forex trading content. See you in the next video.